is meant for an adult audience. LoveLine may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised.
LoveLine with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Hey, everybody, it's LoveLine. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Dr. Drew, board-certified physician, addiction medicine specialist.
You have to include people in the discussion we just had.
Deborah Falconer is our guest tonight, by the way. She got a new CD out. I will include everybody on this, what we were talking about during the break, but first
It wasn't even a break.
Or whatever it was, the 10 seconds before the show started. But first, we want to get down with Deborah over here. Deborah, anyways, got a new CD out. Or it's coming out tomorrow, right?
Mic here. No, not working.
No. That's all right. I think it's on now.
No?
All right. Well, Anderson would make a great, he'd make a great airplane mechanic. He'd be like, yeah, seems like the number 3. Let's get it up in the air and we'll look at it then. Yeah, I'm not sure if we're going to get in the air. Bring it up, get it up the altitude.
I'll fix it.
And I'll fix it once we're off the ground.
Don't worry.
Just make sure the gear's up. Does the gear come up? Well, that's another thing I want to talk about. Get it up, see if we can crank it up. Get it up in the air, and then we'll check it.
It's Westwood 1.
All right. Anderson checked it. Now we're theoretically okay.
No, Anderson?
Oh, no, he's got to push the buttons. Why he never pushes the button before he comes in and clicks it, I don't know.
There's some magic to that. Some engineer magic.
Yeah.
Try now, Deborah.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, there you are.
There it is.
Deborah, I saw... Anyway, Deborah's got a new CD. It's coming out tomorrow, right?
That's right.
And it's called Brave Like Me, and we're going to hear something off of that. And Deborah, I actually saw on a like Entertainment Tonight piece or Extra.
The Extra Lounge. They do that weekend show.
No, was that it? Where her ex-husband is Robert Downey Jr. and they did a thing on...
Oh, that was a separate thing, yeah, where they went into Robert's house and...
Oh, I thought they went into your house. Oh,
no, it was his house.
It was his house, and you came over.
It's a lot nicer than mine, and I would like to claim it as my house.
Seemed nice. So anyway, I saw Deborah there, and that's where I learned she was a songwriter and a singer and all that. But it was kind of an interesting piece, and we've had Robert on this show, and we thought he was an interesting guy and a likable guy, sort of a sweet guy in a sort of F-up kind of way, I guess.
True.
But you can't help but like him.
You can't help it. That's the whole thing.
That's the problem. That's what gets him.
But it was interesting that these exes seemed to be getting along pretty well and almost seemed like he was pulling for you and you were pulling for him.
His unwavering support for me. And we get along really well. And
you guys have a child together, don't you?
We have a son, Indio.
Yeah. And that's and it's kind of nice when the parents, like my parents broke up and would not speak to each other for 20-something years.
Do not, right?
Well, no, they will. They can go to a if there's a wedding, the two of them can show up
and speak.
Not necessarily. They're not going to hang out and chat, but they can be in the same room. It's not uncomfortable.
Wow.
It's not like it used to be like a crow and a badger going at it.
Oh, wow.
And now it's just like a couple of cats that don't really like each other, but they're too old to fight. They may just like crap or something.
They pee on the wall.
They're too old. Yeah. It's always weird as a kid, though. It's like
because as a kid, all you want is your parents to love each other, or get along and not fight. And even though there's times where you're just like, oh, I'm just gonna kill him, it doesn't serve. Indio
it doesn't work to use the kid
it.
as the crap conduit for you to duke into and then pass it over to the other spouse.
Right. That's right.
What an image.
Yeah, well, that's what it was. Well, the point is I just happened to be watching TV. That was a good 6-8 months ago. Anyway, I saw the piece. I thought you were interesting, and I thought your guys' relationship was interesting, and I thought your music was interesting. So when producer Ann came in and pitched you.
That was an interesting idea. That's interesting.
Yeah.
She's interesting.
Then I took a look at the week and I said, no, we got nobody coming. No, I thought Deborah's interesting. So we should bring her in.
Interesting week.
Yeah. And then it says here you're a former elite model, which that's good for me, and former heroin addict, which is good for Drew. Because those are my things.
And the combination made for some interesting...
For us.
Yeah.
For Adam and Drew.
Yeah.
As they say... Out the gate by 8, in the spoon by noon.
Oh,
back again by 10.
Yep. That's
Yeah.
Robert. So how long have you been clean off the heroin?
Almost 6 years.
Wow. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
Now, we always
But
talk
I only
about...
did the heroin because I would do too much crack, and then I needed the heroin to come down. So it's,
Really?
yeah, it's not so much.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That was just kind of a...
That's a drug addict.
Yeah.
That's great.
Oh, it was great.
Because we always talk about like methadone and stuff on this show, and Drew can't stand it. But,
Can't stand talking about methadone?
No, I don't like methadone. I mean, I know it's an option out there, but
Yeah, he doesn't.
I never did methadone.
Yeah, you were able to do it because heroin didn't have the grip on you that it has on
No,
some.
it had a grip. All of it had a pretty good grip. But I ended up getting sober by Odine. And,
Oh, really?
Yeah. And
Is there a good story? Did your
That-
heart stop or anything?
Yeah, it did,
Really?
actually.
Wow. Did
Yeah,
you see
and-
any lights or
No, I don't
tunnels or
remember
anything?
any of that. I don't remember any of that. But there was a whole, resuscitation and
Wow.
and a long.
Does it change you? I mean, being that close to death?
Well, absolutely, it absolutely changed me. Well, it changed me from being okay. I've lost the desire to keep trying to kill myself.
I mean, it changed you in that you got you off the drugs. But I mean, does it change you in the way you look at life at all?
Well, I feel very aware of being very grateful and appreciative of, my son and my life in every moment. You have to incorporate some humor when you get that dark.
I need
to get to move on, and you kind of.
I need that, Drew.
Humor?
I need you to bring me. No, I need to appreciate.
need to OD, make you OD.
I don't want you. I
Take
don't
you
want
to
you
the
to
edge?
kill me, but I just need you to take me right to death's
door.
threshold, and then safely pull me back in
Safely
if that's possible. Can you do that?
To leave you there, though.
Well, no, let me stay there for a little bit because I want to get the full effect, but then I need you to bring me back.
All right.
All right,
It's
so you
pretty
can
safe maneuver.
start appreciating life. All right, but anyway, you appreciate life now.
Well, yeah, and it kind of it's a constant quest to kind of find more out about who you are and what makes me, how I got to that point where that made sense, and sort of figure out my patterns and my, the things I keep reenacting and drawing into my life and wanting to, let that go, kind of.
But you didn't have any sort of Oprah or daytime TV like experience when you died. You didn't hear your mom calling you to come back or see any light at the end of a tunnel or anything like that.
I didn't see a light at the end of the tunnel. Nothing like that.
Good. Listen,
Nothing
I
like
appreciate
that.
that. I like people that don't say, listen, I was so loaded, I don't remember what happened. That's why my heart stopped in the first place. That's fine. I appreciate that.
Isn't that enough?
Yeah, it's
You
enough.
sort of
Everyone
get-
has a great story for everything.
No, then you sort of, like 3 months later, you sort of come to.
Yeah.
Right? Like 3 months later,
Well,
things
yeah,
start
you-
making
it's-
sense again.
But I like
you're unfreezing for
Yeah.
years after
Yeah.
that.
I like people who don't have a good story about anything. Like I like
That's you.
people who want like
That's
Well,
you.
the story itself is pretty good, just all
leading
those
up until
details,
that.
Yeah.
But I like a guy who says like I went to Europe last summer for a month, and you go, hey, how was it? It's okay, no big whoop, and then they move on. I like that guy. Lets me talk more.
So that's
Yeah.
somehow me and the drug experience.
Yeah. You didn't see any light. There's no angels. I got more stuff. I got more room to talk now. All right, so we're gonna hear something off Deborah's CD in this break, and I think we can take some of these phone calls now. You ready to go?
There you go.
Deborah, you know how the show works?
I do.
People call, and we make fun of them, but you use your beauty and experience to help heal.
Okay.
Jenny,
Yeah,
you're 24?
yes, I am.
What's
I
up?
just want to tell you guys, I love your show, and I listen to it every night. You guys are awesome.
Thanks.
Which reminds me, I did a thing tonight that was kind of interesting for this group called Celebration One, which is a graduation of all the kids that have been emancipated from foster care in Los Angeles County.
Really?
And are going off to college. It
Wow.
was very cool. It was really cool.
All three of them?
No, it was 150 of us. I
Really?
promised that I'd say a shout out to them.
That's nice.
Yeah, it is nice.
So these are kids that had a horrible life at the beginning, but got into some foster care, got pointed the right direction, did well, and are now going off to college.
Yep. Yeah.
Good.
I mean, it does work
Good times.
when it does.
Yeah, kill their roommates and jump off the bell tower. Jenny,
Yep.
go ahead.
My husband had one of his testicles removed when he was in his early teens, and he says he's never had a really high sex drive. And I was wondering if this could affect it.
Why was the testy removed?
With a twisted testicle, I guess, playing sports.
Torsion.
Yeah. But that doesn't affect your sex drive, does it?
It shouldn't, but it shouldn't. But it'd be worthwhile having his testosterone levels checked just to make sure there's not something going on.
Okay.
But Drew, how does the body work that you have redundancy, but yet you don't need the other one sometimes?
That's probably why that developed too.
You mean
because the risk of losing one was always there, and if you lose
Right.
one, you're screwed. But if you have two, you got a backup system.
right? So if you lose one testicle, there's no difficulty
Usually not.
in terms of testosterone.
Your other test can compensate rather nicely. Usually. But what do you mean by no sex
You know
drive?
what I'd like to do? I'd like to convince one that the other was gone, so it would start overcompensating,
downing? Yeah,
and then I would have my two testicles, but I'd have like a race, like a
50%.
fight breaking out in the sack, like to see who drove that golden spike, you know that kind of thing, where I'd have all the testosterone.
Be good.
Yeah, I'd do that. That's next.
Well, how often is he willing to have sex now?
Well, we probably have sex about 4 times a week, but if we're up to him, I think it would be 1 time or less a week.
Well, 1 time or less a week, 1.5 times a week is normal.
Okay.
So
But-
if he had trouble producing testosterone, he would not be able to make it 4 times a week.
And what about
Okay.
he's doing it 4 times a week?
And he
You got to
produces
hang.
something 4 times a week? Something comes out of him?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
And what do you mean up to him?
I just don't think that, he's not, I'm always the one that has to make the move. He's not ever the one that, doesn't really seem like he's that into it.
But once your relationship gets established as this one makes the move and this one says okay, then that's just kind of the way it goes. Like you just sit around. He says okay though, right?
Yeah.
All right. That's just kind of the that's kind of the cadence of the
God's
relationship.
Plan. That's God's plan, right?
Yeah. Well, I just mean 90% of the time it's the guy who's making the move, but there's certain relationships where the girl makes the move and the guy settles into that rhythm. Like, hey, it's Saturday, it's 8:30 in the evening. We're about to watch a little TGI Friday on ABC. She's going to make her sex move. Drew?
Yeah, here, I get you. I'm just trying to figure out who that couple is. You know what I mean?
It's right here. Yeah. That's why I said TGI Friday. I like to watch step by step.
Oh.
Yeah. It happens. Drew's a man,
Your poor
Deborah, you
wife.
should know that Drew is a man of supreme passion.
Supreme passion?
Supreme.
He's a passionate man.
What makes it supreme? I'm
saying it. I don't know.
He's loaded for bear when it comes to passion. He's a passionate man.
For bear.
Yeah. Meaning, you ever heard that term?
No.
I'll explain it to you later, but
Okay.
write that down.
Yeah.
We figured this out because Drew does not enjoy a BJ. He can tolerate it.
What do you mean by that?
He doesn't.
When you say don't enjoy.
He enjoys it, but this is merely the dinner salad before he can sink his teeth into that rack of lamb. You know what I mean? This is
That's
the
a
way
good
he
thing.
looks at it. That's the way he looks because he's a passionate man.
Adam would rather just have the blowjob and go to sleep.
I'd rather.
You're not returning the favor, that kind of
No,
thing?
I will.
Oh, you will.
But if he
I'll
has
do what
to,
I
he
have
has
to. I'll do what I have to do.
When push comes to shove, you will.
Put a gun in my head. Hey, I'll do what I have to do. No, I will return the
Drew's-
favor. But what I'm
So Drew's a giver.
no, he's not.
Okay.
It's that we figured out that there's a handful of guys I've met. I'm a big fan of the BJ. I enjoy the concept of it. I enjoy the sensation of it. I enjoy it on a lot of different levels.
Right.
Drew, I found out rather late in our relationship, possibly too late, because I found this out early. We were broken up. Yeah. Found out not a big fan of the BJ. Not because he doesn't like BJs, not because he doesn't like women, because he likes the vagina so much that the BJ is merely a distraction before
I
the
can
actual
appreciate that.
intercourse.
I can appreciate that.
You can dig that, right? He's a
Sometimes it's-
passionate guy.
Yeah. Sometimes you just want to get
Right.
straight to it.
That's right. And that's true. A man of extreme and extraordinary passion.
I can relate.
Right. Okay. You guys make a fine couple. Kim,
Yeah.
you're 21?
Yeah. Oh my God. I'm so glad you guys picked up. Yeah, I'm 21.
What's up?
Okay. I've been married for a little over a year,
Mm-hmm.
and not too long ago, I found personal website ads that my husband had placed.
What'd they say?
And it blew my mind away, just because I.
How do you know they were his? You saw his phone number or something?
Well, I got sneaky, and I figured out his passwords, and I mean, like, one of them's asking, like, favorite places to eat and all this stuff, and it's, like, all his favorite stuff. Like, I'm positive he placed them just the way he writes it.
All right.
I'm sure they're his.
All right.
But what it's...
they're asking for, like, no strings attached sex kind of deal.
All right, so he may be a sex addict.
Well yeah. Do you think he's acted?
Okay, he's older than me, too. He's 36.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I'm not really getting into my sex life too much, but, I mean, I think I'm a pretty exciting person and like to try new things and whatever.
Yeah, but if you're an addict, you're into multiple partners and multiple situations. You need a danger element.
Yeah.
There.
Has nothing to do with you. It's not about you.
Right.
Well, here's another thing I want. Like, in these ads, like, he looks for this kind of stuff, and I've seen, like, I found one of his buddy lists with all these women's names on them. But, I mean, and he's got pictures in his ads of people that aren't him, men that aren't him.
What kind of stuff is he into?
He's got pictures in his ads of men that aren't him?
Yeah.
Maybe he's just getting into internet porn. Maybe
you
he's
mean
not
to get people to think this is him?
Yeah, I mean, it's not porn, though. It's, like, personal ads to meet other women. And, like, the same town I'm in.
Yeah, but maybe he's just meeting online and sort of having...
Well, but what's the part where you say he's using pictures that aren't him? How does that factor in?
I don't know. It kind of leads me to believe that, it doesn't seem like he's going to follow through with it. I mean, or he can't lie about that.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I bet it's just going online. It's an internet sex line.
And I love him very much, but I
It sounds like a delight. What's that?
I felt really hurt by the whole thing.
Yeah.
Well, look...
It's like I'm trying to look online and...
Well, okay, listen. Quiet down. Quiet. Why you're 21. Why are you married to a 36-year-old guy?
He was a great guy. Like, our whole relationship was great until we got married.
And how long have you known him? Since you were 15?
17.
How old was he at the time?
31 or something?
32.
Doesn't that strike you as bizarre?
17 and 32?
No, because, like, honest to God, guys, like, everybody in the world knew that I was going to end up with somebody older because...
well, as long as word on the street was out early on. So, like...
No, I don't mean it like that. I mean, like, I am very, very mature and been...
No, you got issues with Dad. We get that. But that doesn't mean that the guy you pick is not going to be a problem.
And listen, you don't know it because he's... your guy, but Deborah can weigh in on this. I mean, a 32-year-old guy seriously courting a 17-year-old is not a great guy.
No, there's some definite issues. Yeah.
There's issues there. Issues that the 17-year-old doesn't see. She's flattered.
She's 17.
Thinks this guy's a contemporary, but...
some legal issues as well.
Yeah, depending on what state you're in. But this is not a great guy, and it's not surprising that he has these other issues.
That's right. Not at all.
All right.
So, if you want to try to preserve this relationship, you need to maybe get him into couples counseling and then come clean about what you know. And he's probably hang on a second. Is he addicted to anything, Kim? Has he been an addict in the past, or is he addicted to anything now?
Well, actually, I was listening to the beginning of your story, and he was a heroin addict before.
Okay.
And this is that when Deborah was talking.
You correct me if I'm wrong. Your experience with your people with this disease, Deborah, but my heroin addicts do stuff like this all the time. When their recovery is going bad, this is where they go.
Other distractions, anything
very intense thrill seeking. Like they steal, they get into true and sort of criminal activity or sexual compulsions. That's where they go. So it all adds up here, Kim.
So that's like a side effect of this.
It's part of his disease. Is he going to meetings every day? Does he have a sponsor?
He used to. And,
no. All right. Well, there you go. Yeah. It's all sort of adding up to. He may even be in relapse by now. He might be using currently.
Hey,
so,
but good times. You know,
get him in, get a couples group, confront him in a safe environment. I wouldn't bring it up. Kim is such a classic codependent. What am I doing? What is about me? It's about me. It's not about Kim at all. It's about this guy's disease, and it needs to be treated.
Right. And I don't know what percentage of women. I mean, a lot of guys cruise the internet. A lot of guys look at pornography. A lot of guys have extramarital affairs. And about 5% of it is their actual wife. Maybe 5% of the time she's frigid, or she got into some kind of a accident on a mechanical bull or something that renders her, unable to have intercourse or something. But that's 5%. The other 95% is just the guy can, or he's just that guy.
That's right.
Right.
Let's hear a song, yeah?
Yeah.
You said this break.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
All right. I think we will do that. Hey, Billy?
Yeah.
We're going to hear a song.
All right.
All right, hold on. Thanks, buddy.
No problem.
Okay. I like to pretend like the callers are involved with the show.
It'd be okay from him.
Yeah, check with Tanya. Tanya.
Yes.
We're gonna play a song by Deborah, okay?
Okay.
And then we'll get back with you. Is that cool?
Yeah, that's cool.
All right. We'll try and make it fast, okay?
Okay.
All right. You hang tight. Okay. I think the consensus amongst the callers is they want to hear Deborah's song. Yeah.
The majority. They can't wait.
Yeah. Brave Like Me is the name of the CD, and this is called King Size.
I'd ever been. The bed was king size. He had lazy eyes, professing love on me again and again. He held 2 tickets to a lifelong thing. I told some friends, but it was something they'd already seen. And oh my God, without applause, stepped out for crackers and he split the scene. It's not in my hands, it's out of my hands. So go find your way, don't explain, 'cause it's out of my hands. It's on you. Ooh. Torrential rains and violent taste, old cartoons. I sit here buried in the unmade piece of our old romance. Fake goodbyes and make up lies. Work out my la-di-da for the next time I see you. It's out of my hands, it's out of my hands. So go find your way, don't explain, 'cause it's out of my hands. It's on you. And it's too late again tonight to twist and turn our fate, or even close my eyes. I never wanted to put you down, but if I hang around, it's just too heavy. Yeah, it's just too heavy. Yeah, it's out of my hands, it's out of my hands. So go find your way, don't explain, 'cause it's out of my hands. It's your thing, it's your thing. It's out of my hands, it's out of my hands. So go find your way, don't explain, 'cause it's out of my hands. It's on you, it's
That is Deborah Falconer's here tonight. Brave Like Me is the name of the CD. Oh, it's nice not to mash our heads listening to the kids in their angst. Very nice, Deborah.
Thank you.
Deborah is not only has a beautiful voice, but a beautiful face and body, too, as I look at her CD. She's, you can get that CD, which is coming out tomorrow, by going to cdbaby.com, by the way. And we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to speak to Billy, Drew.
Yes, sure.
Gets rewarded for being a prick to women. Why should he be sensitive? Oh, you get a lot of women because you're an a-hole?
No way. That's totally backwards.
Okay.
I'm just curious if it's better to be an asshole instead.
I see, because he gets crapped on for not being an asshole.
I
This
see.
is the nice guy thing.
I see.
All right.
Well, speaking of crapping on Billy, I don't look at that as a very tantalizing
All right,
call
how about
for.
this? Here we go.
Well, we will talk to him eventually. Let's see. Boyfriend. This is Jennifer. Boyfriend loves internet porn. Can't get him to stop looking. She's angry. All right, that's the way to go. I would check in with her, but then she would tell me that whatever the description was 180 degrees off. So I think we'll just go in a commercial thinking this is what we're going to hear.
Fair enough.
After this.
Hello, this is your radio. LoveLine will be right back.
As many as 1 in 3 Americans with HIV don't know it. To find a testing location near you, call toll-free 1-866-344-KNOW.
LoveLine with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. 1105 Alternative, San Francisco.
Hey, everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Drew, clearing his throat. Phone number, 1-800-LOVE-191. Deborah Falconer is our guest tonight. Singer, songwriter. Got a new CD coming out tomorrow, Brave Like Me. I was, the hell was I thinking? Oh, I'll tell you what I was thinking. I keep a running list of things I would like to do in my lifetime, such as being thrown out of a casino for winning.
Right, such as
having my hands registered somewhere, like that, like throughout the casino. I would like to have to dive into a body of water with a knife in my mouth, but have a legitimate purpose.
And one strapped to your thigh.
One strapped to the thigh or
the
calf.
knife in the mouth.
That would be the one I'd pull out and put in my mouth.
Right.
But I can't just do it. I have to have reason to do it.
Right.
And I can't have someone going, why is it in your mouth? Well, it should be in your hand as I'm entering the water. No, people have to know. You know, I just came up with one.
All right.
A cape removed from me. By a second.
Yes.
I could be on stage. I could be on a podium.
But a big cape, a big red collar.
Big cape, just as I stand there.
You have to be able to turn, let it swoop around, and then have it removed.
I'm posing in front of a large audience, and a second comes out and removes the cape.
Does there need to
from
be
me and takes
a
it.
top hat and cane?
No,
or anything?
just the cape.
Is there a musical number involved? Or?
Could be. I don't know. I don't
That I
know.
wanna
But
see.
I just want a legitimate reason. And I'm not talking about a magician's cape. I'm talking about an emperor's cape. You know what I'm saying?
You want the big red robe.
Cape. Yeah, I'm talking sort of an Elvis sort of thing. Basically what I want to do is undress in front of, the thing where I take the stage, I see everybody, then a second comes out, and he comes, hand him the cane, the
So maybe
cape.
you'd be like a holy man. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, well, I got it from watching, what's his name, the hardest working man in show business.
James Brown.
James Brown. Just he has a cape and people remove. Elvis would have a cape removed.
Some
I
boxers
like that.
have capes once in a while, that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's maybe I could use it that way. I don't know. The knife in the mouth's going to be tough.
Yeah, you need to be like, because your hands have to be occupied.
Yeah, or cut or something, broken. Your wrists are broken.
No, but he's got to be going in to hit an alligator.
I got to be going in. There has to be an
rescue.
attractive woman, perhaps Deborah, shark-infested
Almost
waters.
drowning.
I'm going in.
Right.
I need a knife.
Right, you need the knife.
Right. Well, we can work all this out. Perhaps I can roll them all into one move. Cape comes off,
the
knife goes in, hands get registered.
The sharks,
thrown
hungry
out.
sharks.
Pit boss tells me to leave. It's a casino boat.
Yeah,
it's one of those river boats.
And
that's
you're a
where I
holy
dive
man.
Yeah. Jennifer,
Yes?
you're 21.
Yes, I am.
What's up?
Actually, well, my boyfriend loves porn, and it just bothers me so tough. And I really don't know.
Yeah.
What?
Internet porn.
Yeah, internet and magazines. I find like magazines under his mattress and a bunch of websites on the internet.
How old is he?
He's 20.
Do you guys live together?
He has his own place, and I kind of
Not officially, but I'm over there all the time.
Are you in college or something?
I go to community college.
Community college.
It's not really.
It's in Washington, D.C. Oh, it must be Washington State.
Okay. And so have you told him to stop?
Yeah. And
he's not, what kind of question is that?
I'm just curious.
Like, what's that going to do?
Well, she could have voiced her opinion. I don't know if she's voiced her opinion or not.
Oh, yeah, I've made it quite clear.
Well, he's not going to stop. And it's not. Does it make you feel bad or?
It makes me just feel, just ugly.
Like you're not enough or something.
Right. It has nothing to do with you. Women can't get that. They just.
By the way,
you're fat.
Other people being attractive doesn't make you unattractive.
Right.
You know, it's like
That's envy.
Women treat it like there's only enough attractive to go around for a certain number of women, and they have to steal it back and forth from each other. You could all be hot. That'd be best for us. We'd like that if everyone was just super hot.
Yeah, but you want to be the hottest.
I know. You would all be super hot, and then another fight would break out over who was the hottest of the hot.
But Adam, I mean, even somebody that is with the absolute hottest is still looking at porn.
Of course.
I mean, whoever's with Cindy Crawford is still zipping around.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
no?
Yes.
Yes. Deborah, what do you come... And Jennifer, do you have feelings? I mean, do you have self-esteem issues?
Yeah, I was really fat growing up.
No, true.
And so I'm just like kind of...
What if he just sort of kept it to himself? That he really sort of kept it as his...
If I would have never found out about it, and I found out about it, that he was lying,
No, not that he's lying. Why not just let him have a little bit of this for his own private...
Well, I mean, it makes me so... Because I get, like, anxiety attacks. I get, like, everything known to man, and I have depression. It just exemplifies everything, and I overreact over it.
Okay.
Which I know.
But Jennifer, you sort of know that this is you, more than it is him. I mean, you have a lot of issues involving your body image and stuff like that from the past. And maybe you should focus on that instead of focusing on the things that trigger those feelings.
But telling him how you feel.
Yes, he should still be very, very cautious with exposing you to this material or anything about this, and he needs to keep it. You need to expect that he will do some of this, but that it should be done very discreetly, and he should pay very close attention to keeping you from being exposed to it.
Yeah. It's you know what's embarrassing? How are you doing now? How much do you weigh? How do you look?
Well, actually, I just started taking medicine. I just gained like 30 pounds.
Okay, but he's into you, right?
Yeah.
He gives you some sex,
but
right?
He's into everybody else, too, though.
No, he doesn't. Does he have sex with other people?
He just checks out other people, other girls.
Yeah.
And it just it gets under my skin.
All right. Well, look. Here's the reality. If he's a horrible guy and he won't listen to you, then break up. But if these are your issues, then you need to work on them.
Yeah, I don't know of any males that don't.
No.
That do nothing.
Let me tell you, too. This internet is a trap, too. I just I can't work the computer well. I'm not into computer porn because I'm into porn, but I'm not into computers. It's like as much as I love porn, as much as I hate computers. But I actually was on the internet a few weeks back.
You finally overcome the barrier.
Yeah, and I was just sort of...
this could be the beginning of something big.
Just sort of poking around, and I thought see what's going on in the porn section. And the computer traps you because you're just cruising looking at some general porn, and all of a sudden something pops up that says... teens with huge cans comes on, and you're like...
But sometimes it's not even that. It's just, well, how are pickles made? And you go on it and
you're there. Right.
Yeah.
But this said teens. This said like busty teenagers. Which I don't know a man who can not click on a thing that pops up the size of a coaster, says busty teenagers when he's sitting alone in his house on a Saturday. So I pop it on, and it's like, this is no good. And I go back, and then later on, my wife says, cruising the busty teen sites, and it's like there's a difference between punching in busty teens and somebody asking you if you want to see.
Oh my God!
But the word teen, teens really are bad.
Or did she get stuff coming downstream?
Who the hell knows? I don't know what.
Your wife is diabolical. I can't
mop. I don't know the computer well enough to mop up after my mess.
She's watching you. She got your number now. This is good.
No kidding.
Yeah, and then once you go on one, then it's over. They're coming at
you start getting
wait till you have kids. Wait till you have kids.
Yeah.
Oh, Adam.
Well, don't worry. I'll
It's
take
over.
care of them.
It's over.
I'll take care of them.
I'll take care of them.
I'll take care of
This
them,
is
but
good.
good.
This is
But
good.
good. No, don't worry.
Oh, I'm not. Don't worry.
Maggie,
Yeah.
I'm going to hire someone who knows kids and is very healthy. Maggie, you're 23.
Yeah.
What's up?
My fiance died in January 12th of this year. He died of a drug overdose. I woke up and I turned over in bed and he was blue. And since it's happened, like, basically everybody blames me. Like, I've lost all of our friends. Like, nobody wants to talk to me.
Whoa. Why does everyone blame you?
Because I was there.
And he overdosed on what drug?
A combination of almost everything.
And what drugs are you doing now?
I don't do any drugs. Since this has happened, I've stopped even taking my prescription.
What's your prescription?
Well, I was prescribed, I have endometriosis, and I was prescribed pain medication for that, and I was prescribed anxiety medicine.
All right. Well, you're an addict also, Maggie.
Well, I've stopped since this has happened.
I know, but the point is this is all that disease. And people around you were addicts too, right?
Yeah, everybody around us did this.
All right. Well, it freaked everybody out that he died, and they want to put some blame on some. They see that disease and what it does to somebody, and they don't want to look at it. So they have to blame somebody.
His family blames me. Like, I wasn't allowed to go to the funeral. And then just like, my mom tells me every day that it's going to get easier, it's going to get better. It just seems like every day it gets harder.
Well, it's harder because you haven't done you haven't done any work. You've stopped your drugs but not replaced it with anything.
I have. I've gotten a job since then.
No, Maggie, you really got to get some treatment. You've got to get some treatment.
What kind of treatment should I get?
Well, I'm not sure entirely what's going on with you, but you should see a psychiatrist who has or a doctor that has experience treating addictions.
Well, let me ask a couple of questions.
I've never done any other drugs besides what I was prescribed, and I wasn't taking them abusively.
I thought you were taking drugs.
No, I wasn't. He died of a drug overdose.
She thinks she isn't. She sees it as I'm doing just what the doctor told me to do.
No, but I thought before he OD'd, you guys were doing drugs together.
No, I wasn't doing them. He was a drug addict.
She was on prescribed medicines.
No, he wasn't. I was.
I know, but
he was doing drugs.
Let's put it this way. Hey, Maggie, for endometriosis, no one should ever be on opiates more than 2 weeks.
Well, that's what a doctor prescribed.
I understand that, but that's addiction, okay?
Well, I was prescribed them. I didn't know that. I was taking them exactly the way I was prescribed.
I know it doesn't mean you're not an addict, though.
All right, well, hold on. Hold on, Drew. Look, okay, hold on a second. Maggie's a mess. There's no doubt about it. And she sort of tracks like an addict and acts like an addict. Yeah. And she's been traumatized.
Yep.
And, just because her boyfriend was an addict doesn't make her an addict.
But
I know. Drew smells addict. But I'm just saying, let's not staple the label to her until we hear a little more. There's no doubt she needs help. But Maggie,
yes, sir.
Here's the part I don't exactly understand. I mean, I do kind of understand everyone's a druggie and everyone needs a martyr, but just your boyfriend is a drug addict.
Well, he was, yeah.
Was a drug addict. Your fiance.
Yeah, he was.
You're not a drug addict.
No, I don't even.
You don't do anything.
No.
Your boyfriend ODs one night and dies, and everyone blames you?
Yeah, because I was there, and they say that I should have saved him.
Well,
when he ODs in his sleep?
Yeah.
I don't...
Sounds like they need some Al-Anon.
I don't understand it either.
Well, there's something missing here, because he should not...
I fell asleep. I woke up 2 hours later, and he was blue.
I know.
You're not seeing the big picture.
There's
somehow.
something missing here that you're not telling us.
I'm telling you this exact story of what happened.
Or you're not seeing.
All right. And hold on. Did Ann have to drop off the Skittles and the Sprite with 10 seconds left in the break?
Excuse me?
All right. I know. It's my fault. All right. So listen, Maggie, get some help.
Maggie,
I'm just asking, usually when somebody passes away like that, like, when does it start to get easier? Because I have, like, extremely bad nightmares.
It takes a long time,
Maggie.
and it takes longer if you don't get help for yourself.
I imagine you have some trauma in your history when you're growing up. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
What kind of trauma?
Just physical abuse.
And a little sexual abuse too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you got to get help for that.
That's
anyway.
where your
I already have had help for that.
No, not enough.
I was in counseling for 4 years for that.
Well, get that person back. Whoever that was, get them back on the phone. Talk to them about what's going on now, because now you're having a post-traumatic stress reaction to this current trauma, and you've activated some addiction on top of that. And so this needs to be dealt with professionally. It's not going to get better if you don't.
I can never figure out if people are just horrible or people aren't telling us all of the story, and I always assume it's just people aren't telling us all of the story. But anyway,
man, see the rest of the story.
Trauma survivors, they do a lot of blaming. They don't see what their component was, what
Right.
they contributed.
Well, it's bad times anyway. Anyway you slice it, but get back into treatment, get some help, and then that's your only choice, your only alternative.
That's it.
All right, Deborah Falconer is our guest tonight. Deborah, do you have a brother name like Chet or Duke?
My dad's name is Hank
Falconer.
Yeah.
Not bad, but Duke Falconer.
Duke.
You got a sheriff there. Duke Falconer.
Hank Falconer. That's pretty.
Hank's solid.
That's pretty
Henry
solid.
Falconer's a little bit British.
Yeah, Henry
But Hank
Falconer.
is
Yeah, but Hank's straight
Midwest.
up. But that's more driving a truck.
How about Wyatt?
Wyatt Falconer.
That's my grandfather.
Well, that's solid.
And Edna was my grandmother.
And that's a little feminine.
And they lived in
Little
Montana,
feminine.
right?
Oh,
On
no,
the prairie?
they lived in Sacramento, but they're from Oklahoma.
Sacramento was my second choice.
I'm just saying, Duke Falconer. That's strong.
Maybe I'll name my next kid Duke. I could nickname Indio Duke.
Yeah, Jared would be strong too. Or Jeb Falconer. Jebediah Falconer.
Jeremiah.
All right.
Jebediah.
All right. I'm gonna examine the possibilities. We'll be back.
LoveLine will be right back.
LoveLine.
Hey, everybody, it's LoveLine. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Deborah Falconer is our guest tonight. Got a CD coming out tomorrow, actually, or maybe just in an hour or so. Brave Like Me is the name of the CD.
How do you get that CD?
CDBaby.com.
CDbaby.com. It's not available in stores yet, or?
It will be shortly.
All right. Well, so
You can still get it on the website now, though.
that's you want to get it early and often.
Yeah, you got to get it early.
And often.
And often, yeah. 2
Yeah.
or 3 copies.
Yeah.
In case one breaks.
Billy,
Yeah,
you're 25.
I'm 25, yeah.
What's up?
I wanted to compliment Deborah on her CD. I like the song.
Thank you very much.
And your guys' show rock.
Thanks, Billy. Oh, Billy was a problem with, you want to know why guys who are a-holes get rewarded when nice guys who are sensitive don't in the women department.
It's a mistaken identity. You're calling something nice that's not exactly nice.
It's unfortunately, it's like saying, it's sort of like mistaking weakness for niceness.
Yes. Or lack of availability for niceness. Being deferential to niceness.
Nice is a guy who could kick your ass, not kicking your ass.
Right.
But nice isn't apologizing when you think you're going to get beat up.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what it does for guys.
Yeah.
And I know it sounds cruel, but women sense, and you can tell us, Deborah's a hot model, so she knows what women think.
Yeah.
How they think, yeah.
They sense unavailability and go for it in a man.
Yeah.
But that's more of a daddy issue, isn't it?
Well, that's a dad. I mean, here's the whole thing with women. There's many issues, and the daddy issue is a big one for women. And I don't know that there is a daddy issue that makes them like sort of soft guys that are pliable and accommodating. At least at the beginning, there's no daddy issue that attracts them to that guy.
Women like nice men.
Yes,
but if they are truly can present a piece of themselves emotionally to the relationship, and a guy who is like sort of not completely present and not available and busy sort of pedaling backwards, trying to make things okay, that doesn't work.
Well, there's also
it might work for a second.
Not even at the beginning, though. It doesn't get you in. It doesn't draw you in. I mean, I think there's a biology at work here, which is no matter how we've screwed it up over the years in our society, there's a sort of biology at work, which is the male is the dominant one. Ultimately,
he's the hunter.
He's the guy. Women want a guy who says, "I know what I'm doing. I've done this before. Come with me and you'll be safe and it's going to work out."
Oh, Adam, I love you.
See that? Grab those Skittles, baby. Give me a little warm up on the coffee if you could.
As opposed
light
to,
on creamy. Yeah,
as
just
opposed,
a little sweet and low. Not too much, you'll get bitter.
Never too much.
Right. That's what I love. As opposed to the guy who says, "What do you want to do? What do you want to do?"
You want to take charge, man.
Or, by the way, as opposed to how men look for and are attracted to women.
Right.
Men are looking for easy pickings.
Right. Women aren't.
Men are looking for the injured one, the one with the broken leg at the back of the pack.
Right. I've figured it out. Here's what women want. Women want at the beginning of the relationship. I mean, at least when they meet, they want the guy to say,
"Follow me,
follow me, Deborah. I know a great Italian place. I know the owner. I know the chef. It's a great place. Trust me. I'll pick you up. I'll pick you up at 8. You're gonna love this place." That's what they want. Now, 2 years in the relationship, they want, where do you want to eat, honey?
2 years?
2 months in the relationship. They want, what movie do you want to see? Where do you want to do? You lead. But at the beginning, they want the guy going, I know this place up in the Palisades. I'll pack us a picnic basket. I'll pick you up at noon.
Let's go to get a symbolic structure here. What they want is a guy with big nuts that clang, and then later they want to
lop them off.
Yeah, they want to own
Not
them.
necessarily. You still want him to keep them.
Right. You want the big
on your
huevos,
terms,
but
on your terms.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Kind
let's
take a break.
All right, we got to take now. Deborah is supposed to just do the first hour, but and I don't know how she feels about breaking into the next 20 minutes of the show. All right, can you hang out? Are you cool?
Well, now
You
that I
gotta be
love you,
somewhere?
yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now that
so
you know
I took
about that
charge.
Italian restaurant.
I'll tell you what, Deborah. During the break, I'm going to go in there and take a leak. I command you to sit here and sip Sprite.
I'll do it.
All right.
Okay, so I know there's nothing wrong with me. So what's up?
So I was like you, and I used to think that these Datelines were totally cheesy.
Why can't I meet anybody?
But I tried everything else and thought, what the hell? So I called the Dateline and actually met a cool guy.
I called the Dateline and I hooked up with some cool people.
Believe it or not, other normal people are out there looking too.
877-889-DATE.
1-800-LOVE-191. We'll be right back.
Hey, everybody, it's LoveLine. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Engineer Anderson likes to sort of conduct the band when he's back in the studio, and part of it means he takes his hand and he goes like pow and stuff like that, which always makes me think I'm on the air. So
No, he's just banging his head, basically.
Yeah. That's a little false alarm. That's cool. Gets me into my game.
Gaslighting.
Deborah Falconer is our guest tonight. Deborah's got a CD out called Brave Like Me, which is out and about. Well, technically, it's out in about an hour.
Yeah.
And you can get it on cdbaby.com. Now, if we had a kid, Deborah, we would keep your last name, and we'd name the kid Sky Falconer. That's a good name.
Sky Falconer.
Yeah.
Except you screw it all up with the Corolla at the end.
No, we wouldn't hyphenate.
Oh,
we just
Sky
goodness.
C Falconer, maybe.
Yeah, Sky C Falconer.
Then why Sky? Because it's just like the falcon
something about
bird
the
flying
falcon.
in
Yeah,
the sky.
yeah, the freedom of that, man.
It's very Native American.
Yeah, get into that.
Very 70s, dude.
Yeah, and I'd make the kid wear one of those dream catchers on his head, hanging down like a lampshade,
like a collar.
Yeah,
Like a vest.
You'd
It
have
would
to
just be-
have to move the beads out of the way in order to talk. It'd be rough at first. Probably choke on it, but if he got past his infancy, it'd be great. It'd make him stronger, that much stronger.
Beautiful.
It'd be beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Tommy,
Yes, sir.
you're 20.
Yes, I am.
You're in love with a girl since the 7th grade,
Mm-hmm.
and she just got dumped by boyfriend.
Yes.
What do you mean you've been in love with her since 7th grade?
Well,
does that
since
mean?
7th grade, I just, that's always the girl I kind of wanted to be with.
Have you been obsessing about her?
Not obsessing. It's just I've had my other girlfriends, but it's just now that she finally broke up with her boyfriend, I want to be with her.
Why haven't you been with her?
Yeah, it's a good question. There's usually good reason why.
Well, she has been with her boyfriend for the past 4 years, so. And there really wasn't a
4
chance
years.
for me to.
All right.
How about for the 2 years?
It's probably more like 3 years.
No,
And,
she's been with this guy since about freshman year in high school.
Okay, now how is it that you guys have kept in touch a few years out of high school?
Well, we've always kind of kept in touch. We've been through our own, personal stuff together. Whenever I was having my problems in junior high and high school, she was the one I would call to get through them and vice.
Magically, they've kept in touch, Adam. What do you think?
He's kept in touch.
Of course.
Now, how often does she call you, Tommy?
About once, twice a week.
Once or twice a week?
Yes.
All right.
I mean, she picks up the phone when you dial her phone number.
No, she'll call me.
She calls you back, or she initiates the call?
She'll initiate the call.
All right. Do you think she likes you?
I think she does.
Are you her friend?
I am her friend.
Let me ask if something's possible, though, and I fear that Tommy's not going to like this answer, but I'll ask Deborah. She's a beautiful woman, a singer, former elite model, so she knows what women think. When she knows how women think, I should say. When can you be friends with a guy for 7 years? And really be into him and not let on, never reveal.
No, you're always revealing it.
It seems too long. Even if you have a
Even
boyfriend,
if it's never really comes to be, you're always revealing it.
You give some sort of
indication.
Message.
Yeah. I mean, especially if you're spending time with the guy, there's going to be some fairly, and at a certain point, probably not so subtle indicators that she's into you.
Turn over the cards now. What does it mean when you don't show any indication? And
it probably means that you're just friends.
Yeah.
And there's a reason you're just friends.
Tommy?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I think guys think that we are the ones who push things along, or we will reveal to them, or they're sort of in this state
Waiting
of suspended animation, waiting for us to make our move.
They're orchestrating. Women are orchestrating
yes.
it all.
If they're attracted to you, if they're into you, if they have a crush on you, they will let you know it.
Even if there's a possibility, just because they need a bullpen.
Right. So, Tommy?
Yes.
We're suspicious that she hasn't let you know that thus far.
Okay.
And she hasn't, has she?
Well, she hasn't come out and said, I want to be with you, I like you, but
no. I know, but don't.
Is she constantly flirting with you?
No.
Yeah, I mean, put it this way. If a woman likes you, she'll make excuses to touch you.
Okay.
I don't mean handies. That comes later. And then goes away because it's unnecessary at a certain point. But, I mean, they do that, oh, you're so funny, and they put their hand on you.
Oh, you're so good.
Or they drag. You know what they do? They drag. We haven't gotten into this in a little while.
The hand just sort of lingers.
Hand lingers.
Hand.
Hand lingers. Watch. I'm going to do it on Deborah.
Is it that obvious?
Yeah, they go like this. They go, oh, is that? And then they touch your shoulder, and then as they pull away, there's just they drag as opposed to
which
clomp.
then opens the door to always touch you every time.
Right, right.
It's all.
Yeah, Tommy, we're all betting that it's been long enough. She would have showed her cards, and she's not really into you. It doesn't mean you can't give it one shot.
Expect her to be a little freaked out too, a little bit put off.
Okay.
And make sure if you do show your hand, you do it gently.
Okay.
But just say, look, we're still your friends, but just, you need to know, I got these feelings.
But be prepared. And here's the other thing, too, and I think this is your only shot, actually. It will weird her out if you get into that, I've been into you since the 7th grade thing.
No.
You can't
do that.
You have to do this. Oh, man, this would work. This would work. Watch. Deborah, you tell me if this would work. I mean, it wouldn't necessarily, if she's not into you, she's not into you. But your only shot is this shot, which is, I thought you're great, and I thought we're just friends, and I loved being around you, and it was really your personality and your spirit that attracted me to you, and you had your boyfriends, and I had my girlfriends, and it was all great, but, as I got to know you, I started to see another side of you, and you got to make it like it's recent. It's not like it's not been festering for 4 years. But, I broke up with Sheila, and you broke up with Duke Falconer. MD, and as I was just driving the other day, and you kept coming into my mind, and I thought, you know what?
Maybe we should go.
Maybe there's something here. You want to grab a bite or get a cup of coffee? That's about it. It's like it had to be born from I wasn't into you, and it has to be a recent revelation. But if it's like you're sitting around biding your time and stewing, it's not going to work.
Maybe you would say, oh, but I don't know. Maybe not. Then it gives her to go, yeah, well, maybe not. Or
pull it away.
Pull it away.
Pull it
yeah,
off
you got to pull it away a little bit. Yeah,
pull it off the table. And then you got a great way to renew things in about 3 years when things go stale. You go, I was in since 7th grade. I got to tell you the truth now.
Right.
Yeah.
Then boom, you're in again.
Right. All right, so that's the only shot you have. But if it weirds her out, you got to move on. And you can't. Yeah. And you have to take any answer she gives other than, fine, let's go out, as a no. You know, if she gets that,
It must
like,
be explicit.
Tommy, you're a great guy, but I just feel like that's just
gotta have
no.
a relationship. That's always the that's the key.
And by the way,
you're such a great friend.
What kind of refractory period does a woman need if she's really into the next guy?
None.
Answer is 0, right?
Yes.
Like, women will, just like a guy would, if you met someone that knocked your socks off 10 minutes after you broke up with somebody, hey, you might not be as in love with them as you would have if you had broken up with the person a year ago, but you're still going out with them, right?
Women don't even have to do that because they've got 3 lined up.
Yes,
they got a bullpen.
Women will see that this.
Have you been listening to mine and Robbie's conversations?
Yeah, that's how it works. It's like this cab ride is starting to coast to a stop. I got to start looking around and see. I got to hop onto another cab. Thank you. Well, not on. I got to get in. I got to climb it. I got to get the meter going. No, but it's true that if a woman, let's say a woman is in a relationship and it's been going on for a few years, and it's starting to head a direction and it's winding down for whatever reasons. It's just, you can tell when a relationship is starting to wind down, especially when you're younger. You're in your early 20s. Yeah. And there's some guy at work and he's cute and he's showing you some attention and stuff like that.
You open up, you close one door and it opens up. Not that means it's going to work out, but your heart's, you know, your heart knows. It's not quite as ruthless as that.
No.
Always. Sometimes it is.
No.
Yes, it
is.
is.
To me a couple of times. Yeah.
Me too.
You know how you know what happens. It's like when you're saying to yourself, "We broke up 3. It hasn't even been 3 days." She's saying something like, "How do you meet somebody in 3 days?" Well, you don't. There was a guy at work who's been asking you out for 4 months, who you've been sort of keeping out there, not quite saying no, but not quite saying yes, and you said yes because technically you're broken up now. Tanya?
Guys do that too.
Yeah, they
no,
do.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
They don't have that. They don't have the capacity for that.
Guys
yes, they do.
Yeah.
They would if they could.
They did.
Maybe those A-list celebrities you date do, but the regular salt of the earth type like myself.
No, salt of the earth type does it too.
Men of extreme passion like Drew. We don't.
Drew might not do that.
Tanya?
Yes.
You're 33?
Uh-huh.
Where else is salt mined from other than the earth, Drew? I mean, it's just salt good enough. And it's
salt of the earth?
Salt of the sea. I guess you get salt from the sea. Yeah, you don't need the other.
Where did that come from?
All right.
How much, salt.
Don't need it.
What?
Tanya?
Uh-huh.
What's up?
My partner's son, he's 17, and I'm having a lot of problems with him.
Mm-hmm.
And it's causing a lot of friction in our relationship.
You say your partner?
Uh-huh.
Female?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
right.
We've been together for 2 years.
Your girlfriend's son, all right?
Yeah, my girlfriend's son.
He's 17.
He's 17.
How old is your girlfriend?
She's 36.
And what's the son doing?
He's lazy. I don't know how else to put it. He's extremely lazy, won't do anything, won't pick up after himself.
Yeah.
Well, here's the deal. He's depressed. The 17-year-old that stops being able to get off a couch is either smoking a lot of pot and or very depressed.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's something that needs evaluation. Is his grades starting to fall off too?
Actually, he's being homeschooled right now.
Oh.
And because he decided he didn't want to go to school anymore.
Well.
This has been a long, ongoing problem. It's been ever since he's grown up.
Was Dad kind of abusive with him?
Dad was never in the picture. My partner's girlfriend was always in the picture before me.
Uh-huh.
And,
is he? You think he's angry at your old lady?
I think he's angry at me.
He's taking it out on you, but is he? I mean, I guess a 17-year-old boy would have mixed feelings, or more than mixed feelings, about being raised in a lesbian relationship. Do you think there's some residual anger from that?
He seems pretty open towards it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not that so much as the absence of the dad.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The dad abandoning and all that.
No, but I guess
abandoned.
what was never around though, right?
He was the donor.
He was just a donor.
Oh, wow. This is old. This is old school.
Yeah.
Or new school. Old school. This is old new school.
Yeah.
This is new old lads. So, okay, but I guess what I'm saying is I gotta believe that a son would be angry, for lack of a better term, to some degree at mom for just saying, I made fun of at school or people, this whole life of mine of having to sort of deal with your relationship and the stigma,
Makes it tough
the
on me,
stigma and
yeah.
all that kind of stuff.
Even other than that, it could be straight up mom-kid relationship. That's,
problems, yeah.
Yeah, not
There's-
even have to do the lesbian.
Yeah, there's
stuff.
just about every 17-year-old guy I knew in high school was not doing what his parents wanted him to do. The beauty is their parents didn't care as far as
Yeah,
my
but you hung
friends
out
went.
with drug addict and depressed guys.
Yeah, right.
Okay, well, there you go.
Yeah, that's what I did exclusively.
Yeah.
So, Tanya,
Uh-huh.
and you're in a horrible position because you really can't do anything.
And I'm stuck here alone with him. I just recently kicked him out.
Oh, really?
I put him in our RV. We have a 27-foot travel trailer, and I put him in there.
It's like your
man.
stepmom. It's like your stepmom.
Yeah, you're going to open that door and you're going to hit with a tidal wave of semen. He's in there beating himself to
And
death
Duke,
right now.
too, right? There's nowhere else to go.
They got a toilet in there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my stepmom sent me out to the garage when I was 17.
And there he stayed.
And then decided to kick me out of the garage at 18 and a half. It was like, I don't need him in that garage anymore. We want to park the cars in there.
So then
Jesus
then
Christ,
what'd you
my
do?
dad's such a puss. I just got together a couple of friends and just got a crappy apartment in North Hollywood. I mean, here's the whole thing, though. I guess the question is I think we can all sort of agree that boys especially need a little tough love if there's no clinical depression. And I don't know how you decide that.
Well, I think it's no boundaries with him.
Yeah.
He honestly believes that when he comes into the house, he can sit down and watch TV, lay food on the floor,
Right.
smoke, do anything he wants to.
All right, he needs to get his ass together and just get an apartment and move out.
Yeah, I agree.
He's 17.
But mom's having a about it.
All right, well.
I mean, flipping.
This is a no-win situation for Tanya. It's just bad. Somebody's going to have to. This guy needs like a drill sergeant to come pull him out of bed and motivate him. Or he needs a therapist or
medication.
Yeah.
Maybe.
All right. Why don't you tell your partner that this guy may be depressed and may need or smoking a ton of weed and needs to be evaluated.
I've talked to her about the marijuana thing because I bought a drug test for him because I truly believe that was what was going on.
Yeah.
She's in total denial.
Well, either way, it needs to be taken out of her hands. Absolutely.
Maybe she needs to.
Look, I would hire a hobo to kill him. I mean, that's what I would do. If I had some smart ass 17-year-old who was just sitting around eating my food all day with his feet up on my table, and the kid's angry,
of course,
and he's angry at Tanya, and Tanya is probably playing the more male role of the lesbian relationship, and he doesn't want to listen to her, and this is a disaster. I think you just got to get the guy out of the house.
I think I got to give him some treatment.
Or treatment. All right.
I was just thinking about your hobo power the other day. We haven't talked about that in a long time.
Yeah, I was trying.
She's going to be. Deborah's going to be disappointed.
Well,
power to the hobos.
No, not like that. What I mean is what Drew's saying is there's units of measurement for almost everything, like
horsepower.
There's BTUs, British thermal units for heat.
Mm-hmm.
There's all sorts of things there's ohms and things like that as it pertains to electricity. But there's no unit of measurement for stink. For stink.
For bad smells.
Body stink?
Any bad smell.
Any bad smell.
Okay.
Putrid smells.
Okay.
Fart, dying jellyfish that washed up on the beach and is decomposing. There's no stink measurement. And people go like, oh, it was rank or it stunk like hell or I wanted to vomit, but it still doesn't give you...
No quantitative measure.
Yeah, what I mean is if a guy's talking about...
No international standard.
Yeah, if a guy... International standard, right.
Yeah.
If a guy's saying a car, oh, it's powerful. You go, how many horsepower? Oh, it's peppy.
So the actual
you want to
smell
know
takes on
how much.
Right.
Right.
400 horsepower. Whoa!
Right. The unit is hobo power, which is 10 hobos. I think was the maximum. Would be the maximum.
So how
smells like
I think
10
it'll be
hobos.
100 hobo power.
All right, 100 hobos.
These days you get up to 100.
Smell like 100 hobos. So now we would know, like if you said, well, this guy ripped a fart in the elevator, what was it? 33 hobo power. You'd know right where he was. You go.
But what would be one hobo power?
I haven't worked that out.
Okay.
Yeah, the actual unit has
smelly,
been. We would work it out to the point where it's
smelling
like
street.
Yeah,
New York in the summer.
1 horsepower isn't one horse pulling something.
Right.
We don't.
It's a unit.
It just becomes a unit. But yeah,
and there needs
I agree
to be
with Deborah.
We have to have an understanding that a subway station, urine smell. It's about 5 hobo.
5 hobo.
Yeah.
5 hobo.
We
but
all agree that's
August, in August.
In August,
it
could go to
can
7.
Go up to 7, 7.5, 8.
Yeah.
But then a guy drops a 33 bomb in an elevator. I mean, we all have sympathy for who was in there.
33 bomb.
Yeah. How many HPs went down on this chick the other night? She had a yeast. How many HPs we talking about, Bruce? 17. Oh, Christ.
Not like that 33 in the elevator, though.
I had 15 once in college, and I thought that was the... Oh, no. No. You have not lived till you smelled 17.
The 50 is vomit. You vomit at 50 hobo power.
You pass out.
89.
Yeah, 89. 89. You're rendered unconscious.
99. You stop breathing.
Stop breathing. You die. 100 you die. 100 you die. No one's reached it.
Yeah,
no one's reached it.
It's absolute zero. It's absolute zero. Yeah.
No one has actually seen 100 hobo power and lived to talk about it. That's what it is. Yeah. So now we know.
Now we know.
Right. And you could, you can even be casual. Like you could hop into someone's car and say, yeah, it smells like 3 hobo power in here. And then they'd know, oh, yeah, I should get one of those air fresheners.
Yeah, a cab, a New York cab would be 1 hobo power.
It could vary. It could vary.
Some of those guys up front there bring up to 5.
Yeah.
Back up to the subway again.
It can range between 3 and 7. But it could actually be like it could be what is acceptable. Like these LA Unified School District bathrooms are at 9 hobo power.
The health department. We got to call the health department.
We got the national standard is 3.5. We got to get these down. Yeah, there you go.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I've had this room. Drew, you had this room up to an 8.5 last night with that cheese you broke in.
I've gotten up to 48. I nearly blew.
No, you flatter me. You mid-30s.
Next caller. You're right. I exaggerate. You're right.
Risa.
Rissa.
All right.
Caller goes by Rissa.
All right. She's been
sleeping
on hold
maybe
for 61 minutes. Oh,
61 minutes. She's been on hold.
She's one of our.
Yeah.
Well, here's the one 102. Oh no, that was the one we just talked to. 102.
Now Rissa has a horrible problem there with coworkers and girlfriend molested her.
Jeez.
All right, we'll get back to her if and see if she's all right.
No.
You don't want to talk to Michelle?
No, let me take a break.
All right,
You can promote this one.
All right, Michelle. Oh, it's another Michelle.
Hi.
You're 18?
Mm-hmm.
Your line seems bad. Are you on a...
You're in the bath?
You on a landline?
No, I'm on a cell phone. Sorry.
All right, we got to put you on hold. All right?
Okay.
All right. Wait, you can't get off a cell phone once you're on the cell phone calling this show, can you?
No.
All right. Deborah Falconer is our guest tonight. Deborah is cutting out, although you can stay. I mean, I'm enjoying myself. But, if you want to hang out?
I'll hang out.
Yeah, you hang out. We'll give you a little plug on the new CD and tell you that's coming out in just about 45 minutes or so. Take a quick break. We'll be right back after this.
LoveLine with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. 1-800-LOVE-191. We'll be right back. LoveLine is brought to you by Trojan, America's #1 condom.
Hey, everybody, it's LoveLine. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Deborah Falconer is our guest tonight. She's got herself a new CD coming out tomorrow. Brave Like Me is the name of it. And if you're interested in obtaining it, you can go to cdbaby.com. That's cdbaby.com. All right, let's get back to the phones.
We were talking about hobo power before.
We were, but
the break.
We got to get to some calls tonight.
All right, go ahead.
Wes?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up, man?
You're 23. What's going on?
Yeah, I just want to comment on the hobo power, man.
Mm-hmm. Well, there you go.
50 hobo power. I had my buddy in my car, and it was so bad that he had to vomit.
50 hobo power.
Because you got to the 50 hobo power?
I got there. And
So you would vomit at
Did
50.
you have to roll the window up and turn the heat on and all that, or it was just natural
No,
50?
it was just
and
natural.
non-aspirated 50.
Really? Naturally aspirated 50, huh? That's hard to do. Like, I've been in a car with Jimmy when he's hit 50, but he does turn the heat up, and he locks the windows. And I know what else he does is he now locks the doors because I will open the door. That's how I'm going to die.
To vomit on yourself.
Trying to escape one of Jimmy's farts, yeah.
He was actually trying to get out before we hit the parking lot, and I was like, "What's going to happen right now?" And he's like, "Just out the door."
And vomit.
Wow.
We're impressed. Good job. Good time.
Yeah. That is a feather in your cap, and I'm going to add it to my list of diving in the water with the knife and having the cape removed, making someone vomit through passing gas. But the stipulation is they couldn't be loaded or seasick or something.
Car
That's
sick,
straight
yeah.
vomit.
Yeah.
Straight sober
You
vomit.
have to cause the nausea.
Right.
It's a pure 50.
Right.
Pure 50.
Yeah.
Jeez, I don't know. Like, you know, my ass has probably got a max of about 42 on it, and to push 50 would really be difficult.
Yeah.
I've
seen some real nice efforts.
You just flatter me in front of Deborah. Come on, Drew.
It's getting. I had a few. Yeah, a couple impulses.
You had like a dry heat.
Yeah, a little irpy action. Yeah.
Michelle. Uh-oh. Now is Michelle?
There she is.
Sorry.
This is on the cell phone.
You're 18.
Mm-hmm.
What's up?
Well, the other day I lost my virginity with my husband.
You lost your virginity, yes.
Mm-hmm. The only thing is nothing broke.
Mm-hmm.
You're 18.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that doesn't necessarily happen at 18.
No hymen broke.
Yeah, you're fine.
What do you mean?
It doesn't mean anything. You don't necessarily break anything at 18.
What, but were you able to have
intercourse?
Unobstructed intercourse?
Yeah.
Oh, you were? All right. Oh, that's fine.
Okay.
That's good times. That's good times. You're calling from Anchorage?
Yeah.
And what kind of guys? Is this your boyfriend?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So it was okay?
Well, that's the only thing. The other thing is I'm really not very happy about it.
Why not?
I'm just not. I don't think I'm ready for it.
You're 18.
Yeah.
That's sort of a normal age.
Plus, in Anchorage, people lose it at like 9, 10, right?
Well, that's true, but still.
Yeah.
Pansy. First.
Yeah.
All
All
right.
right. Your phone's screwed up, so we're going to hang up on you. But you're 18. You lost your virginity. Your hymen probably broke in some sort of moose goring accident or something. I don't know what goes on in Alaska, Drew. Imagine a moose. Moose
walk right down the street.
Moose will get
they walk down the street in the middle of Anchorage.
Everybody gets gored by a moose before they're 15, right?
Either that or they have a sort of a hard landing on one of those crazy aircraft that they fly around.
Yeah, that's where the one of those puddle jumpers.
But they don't even land on. Some of them have these big fat wheels on. They land on fields and things, fjords and
tough
stuff.
landing.
That can break a hymen.
Yeah.
There's a few different ways. There's gored by a moose. There's a tough landing on the puddle jumper, and then there's that Eskimo blanket thing where they throw you up in the air. That's how my sister lost her hymen, or so she says. I thought it was a little weird because we're from North Hollywood, but it was like I didn't want to. We're at the table.
Sister, come on.
Yeah, cut her some slack. Really? I don't know. You knew what seal skins woven together were. All right. Where are we going here?
5.
Wet moose, Drew, Deborah, Hobo Power, wet moose.
Never a witness smelled that.
Yeah.
It's got to be.
Flop's got to be up there around 20 Hobo.
Moose flop could be, but it's there's cat flop is horrible, and then moose flop could be more like cow
be
flop.
worse than
It
cat
could be like
flop.
petunias or something. It could be actually
Cat flop, Hobo Power, mid 30s. Whereas cows just single digits, 8, 7.5, 8, 9.
Oh
right?
my goodness! There's like a decay factor too in terms of duration of hobo action.
Right. I got wet moose.
The differential.
Use my imagination with the wet moose. I got to say low teens.
Have you talked about wet moose and moose goring?
Yeah.
It's
We don't
a
usually talk
visual.
about-
It's not. It's not good for
We
me.
talk about that every night.
Okay.
Steve?
Yeah.
You're 17?
Yeah.
What's up?
I had sex with this girl this last weekend,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't use a condom,
Mm-hmm.
and it was pretty much like one of my first times, and
Pretty much like one of your first times or your first time?
first time.
Thank you.
Like guys are sort of casual about it.
Like pretty much kind of like.
It was pretty close. All right.
I asked her if she had any kind of like diseases or anything, and she asked me, and I said no, and she said no. So
That's nice.
I have like the next morning I heard that I looked at my penis and I had like these red bumps on it.
Next morning?
Red bumps?
Like the next day, like I like noticed it like in the day. The next day.
Can you describe them?
They're just like little red bumps, like, not bumps that go up, but like little. They would look like a rash, kind of.
This could be bogus.
Yeah.
It would be bogus except for the part where the stumbling with the virginity part, which makes you sort of human. But, Drew, what the hell shows up? I mean, we're talking about less than 24 hours later?
Very occasionally, herpes can have a real rapid turnaround. Usually it's up to 2 weeks, but occasionally it will pop up pretty quick.
How did you know this girl?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah, I had sex before with her, but with the condom.
Oh, you had?
Before that, yeah.
All right. Is this your girlfriend?
No.
Why not?
I don't know.
Yeah. Yes, yeah. You gotta go clean.
I know.
Yeah?
What do you think?
Yeah, you gotta clean.
Oh.
What?
Steve, here you go clean. You see how frustrating it is to talk to you?
Yeah.
Yeah. You smoke a lot of pot?
No.
No, this is not pot. This is not.
No, that isn't. That's just like, I'm so lazy I can't finish a word. I start to think a word, I get 3 syllables into it, and then I just go. Okay, so Steve.
Steve, does it hurt, these things?
No, they don't hurt.
All right, well, herpes hurts or burns. It always does.
It was actually like just itching.
Well, herpes can itch.
Yeah, maybe it was just a little irritation and you just kind of.
Maybe it's a flea bite.
But you got to get somebody to look at it because it really is impossible to know what's going on unless you can see the lesion.
Plus, if he got herpes, he would get for the first time.
You get a pretty intense
He'd get like a fever and a bad outbreak and stuff,
at
right?
least back pain and headache and feels crappy.
Steve?
Yeah.
Okay, what'd she do? Give it a few days? See where it goes?
No. Have somebody needs to see it. Planned Parenthood if you want. Your doctor.
It's such a pain in the ass bringing your pecker into a place.
Pull it on in.
Pull it on in.
I had to go show mine to some angry lesbians in Santa Monica when I was poor. It's horrible. Just standing there with your pants down while a parade of angry lesbians at the clinic go through there.
Did they shame you?
Yeah, they shamed me.
They did.
And it's weird.
Sorry,
you don't want to be uptight, but they leave and your pants are still down, and you're like, excuse me, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Could I pull my pants back up? Oh, yeah, sure. You can. Like, doctors forget to tell you, go ahead and put your goddamn underpants back on that you've been dying to pull back up for the last 20 minutes, and they'll leave.
Yeah.
Drew, you tell people as soon as they can get those pants back up to pull them up, right?
Yeah.
Not angry lesbians, though.
Yeah, they were Santa Monica. Oh, free clinic. It was the clinic my girlfriend used to go to. Just go in there.
Stripper?
Yeah. Going to the angry lesbian clinic over there. That'd be fine. Oh, it sucks not having money. Amber?
Yeah, hello?
Yeah. You don't have money. It's just like get in line for a humiliation. Just get in line. Go try to see if you can rent a car with no credit card. See if you can get some medical attention without any money or any insurance. Life sucks when you're poor. Amber?
Yeah, hello?
You're 19. What's up?
I just got out of a really long relationship with my boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
We were together for about a year, and we're still friends right now, but the problem is that, I don't really know how to put it. Through the relationship, I hung out with him all the time, so his friends kind of became my friends, too, and...
So you're into one of his friends?
Yeah.
Okay.
And how long have you been broken up?
What?
How long have you been broken up?
About a month.
How close is he to this guy?
Well, see, it's not really his friend.
Just how close? Is he close to this guy or not?
No, but all of his friends are.
All right, well, there you go.
And when you say month, do you mean 2.5 weeks or do you mean 35 days?
About exactly a month.
30 days.
That's fine.
Yeah.
It's not going to be great for him, but, man, what are you going to do?
You can also keep it kind of on the sly for a few months.
Can you do that?
Yeah.
Does a guy like you?
I'm pretty sure.
Why? How do you know that?
Well, we've ran into each other like a
Girls
couple
are
times
so
at
much
parties.
better.
Yeah,
at
they
that.
know.
Well,
They know.
so much better at assessing that than males.
You just know, right?
Yeah, and his friends, his friends told him basically to just accept the fact that something might happen between us.
Who
That's
your
nice.
ex-boyfriend?
That's a nice little heads up for him.
It's your ex-boyfriend, right?
No, my ex-boyfriend, he's just really still in love with me.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, so you broke up with him?
Yeah.
Oh, that's bad.
Did you break his heart?
Yeah.
Obviously.
And why did you break up with him?
I think we'd be better off as friends. I just don't feel the same way.
Oh. And there's no change in that. I mean, what you want is something you can undo. Meaning, you want to bang her sister.
As a guy.
You want to, get thrown in jail.
Yeah.
You want to take a swing at her. You want something that you can apologize for or rectify. But if it's just ain't India anymore, there's nothing. It's like you can't fix something that's not broken.
Oh, but guys will still try.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Amber, this is going to be tough.
Yeah,
Keep
and
it
I
on the
want to be
QT.
friends with him, but
No.
he told me that as soon as I...
You want to be friends with him?
Yeah.
Don't you dare do that to him.
You'll torture him.
That's torture.
And we lived together for a while, so
Whatever. He needs 6 months of no contact with you.
Yeah.
Then maybe
you want to be friends with him? Send him over a whore.
I tried that, though.
You tried that?
You sent him over an 8-ball and a whore.
You tried that?
No, I just think that he needs to get his mind off me. He needs to find another girl, but he said that he does not want to be in a relationship for a very long time.
Oh, he's gonna be sitting outside her steps.
There is nothing worse than when a girl you're really pining for, who broke your heart, starts trying to set you up and give you advice on cruising chicks and stuff. It's like, it's so
the worst.
painful.
It's weird, yeah.
Yeah, and they're like...
there probably is not a more painful maneuver a woman could put it
wear a condom, especially if you're doing anal with her. Always wear a condom.
Here's what you need to do. Not talk to the guy. Stay away from him.
Yeah.
That's the compassionate thing to do.
Yeah.
It really is. I mean,
that's the friendly thing to do.
It's like you hit your deer with a truck, and it's just on the road, and it's got two broken legs, and it's reeling in pain. Yes, the compassionate thing to do is to put a bullet in its head. That's sometimes the axe is the compassionate thing to do, and you killing it with a nail file is not slowly sawing away. That ain't the way to slowly killing something is not the way to go. You got to give it a nice zap of electricity. One shot of 100 hobo power. Pow. I would like a vial of 100 hobo power scent that I could use like my Kevorkian uses
on relationships.
Yeah, if I ever needed it, like my car was going off a high cliff, I could reach into my pocket and I could kill myself with a hobo power, or I could take my enemies out. Yeah, it'd be a quick, painless death.
It'd be like biting a cyanide capsule, but you just put a little bag up to your mouth. Your nose.
Yeah. Would you vomit during if you had to kill yourself?
That's a good question. Well, nobody knows.
They can only speculate. They can only speculate.
Yeah.
All right. Deborah Falconer, everybody. Go out and get the CD, Brave Like Me. It is out in about 18 minutes. cdbaby.com is the place to get it. Deborah, you were a delight. It was great to meet you.
Great to meet you.
And you can finally leave.
Okay.
So we'll take a little break. Wait a minute. Anderson wants you to stay. Anderson, yes? Anderson, because your friends are going to sleep, actually. All right, one more break.
But they're in my car, so.
Yeah, feel bad. Anderson, quiet down. She's got to leave.
Trust me, one more break.
All right, one more. She said trust me. He said trust him, so.
I mean, something's coming.
That works for me.
I guess they one more break then. It'll be a fast
I'll do
one.
it.
All right, we'll be back.
Thank you for calling LoveLine. Your call will be answered in the order it seems interesting.
Call LoveLine. Call 1-800-LOVE-191.
everybody. It's LoveLine. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Deborah Falconer is our guest tonight. Brave Like Me is the name of the new CD. We heard a cut off it and enjoyed it very much. It's going to be out tomorrow, which is going to be in just a couple of minutes. And if you want to find it, you can just go to cdbaby.com. Now, at the top of the show, we mentioned that Deborah was once married to Robert Downey Jr., who was on the show not too long ago.
Yeah.
And we found him delightful, interesting guy. I think I spoke to him off the air a couple of times, too, but I can't remember what it was about. But he's calling in from Montreal. Is that true, Drew?
That's what the board says. I don't know.
Probably doing a movie there. Hey, Robert?
Yeah, that's me.
Were you on a plane earlier? You're in Montreal now?
I am nowhere near Montreal.
Left the country?
But I could be.
Where are you, Robert?
That's none of your damn business.
Come on.
I'm elusive, and I get to have privacy now.
All right.
Okay?
Whatever.
What's happening?
I'm calling. Are you guys hanging out with my old lady?
Yeah. She's hot.
Christ. She used to be my girl.
Yeah, when are you coming back on this show?
As soon as I'm directed to, probably when Deborah tells me to.
Deborah, tell him to come back on the show.
Come on back. We have some ideas for you.
Oh,
There's this thing called Hobo Power.
Oh, yeah. You should see.
He's a professional hobo power to the 8th.
Oh, really?
At any given time.
Oh, he can produce some good...
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice.
Oh, my God. You know what I was thinking, honey? I was just remembering the good times and...
What? There's no way that was real.
Those were the good times.
Oh, yeah.
Is Robert a gassy guy? He's not a big man.
He's a very gassy guy.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, we're impressed.
He
can produce good hobo power.
Occasions, and you know,
there's no occasion
50?
that he won't be gassy.
Deborah's very gifted in the art of
shaming him for his.
Oh, really?
That's not true.
Well, of course, usually on my birthday, I'd get, knocked around a little bit.
Okay, this is a story that it feels like it's never, ever, ever been really resolved. Okay, here's the story.
Yeah, let's hash it.
Do you want me to tell the real story, Robert?
Let's hear it.
I don't want to tell the real story because it doesn't cast me in a good light.
Exactly.
There was several times when I laid out such thunderclaps under our, polo sheets that she literally came out of a dead sleep to administer a series of blows to my midsection.
40 hobo power.
Wow.
40 hobo power. She didn't vomit, though. No vomit?
No vomit.
No, 40 hobo power.
It was 40. It was about 40, 45.
I liked Robert
great
before.
Or not, they've actually evolved into scatology. You know what I mean?
Yes. Thank you.
We made it an art.
Yes.
Hey, Dr. Drew, I am very much into your book.
Thank you, Robert. I appreciate
really
that.
Cool.
God bless you.
Wow,
I put a lot into that.
That's a nice plug. Robert Downey Jr. reading Dr. Drew's book, and it's not even out yet, right?
Well, yeah, but I read the galleys. I want to say the gallows, but I thought that would be a little foreboding.
Yes.
Meanwhile,
cast it in the wrong light.
Robert, do you have a question about love or dating or sex that you'd like to post here?
No, what is the real question you're about to ask, Robert?
Why does no one compare?
I have a question. We just had, listen, Robert, we just had a caller where the girl was starting to get into telling her ex-boyfriend how to date and giving sort of this painful input about how he should be conducted.
Robert thinks it's painful, too.
Right. Do you do that to him?
Well, I've made a few suggestions. I've set him up with a few friends.
Robert,
but it's never,
It was,
Are you still pining for Deborah?
Well, there's...
Just answer the question.
I don't want to get back in.
I mean, what about the prospect of Mommy and Daddy getting back together? What's so crazy about that?
Out of a dead sleep and said, chances 1 out of 1,000, Vegas odds, she'd be like, absolutely none.
Let's
It'd
get
be like
together.
name, rank, serial number, and no.
Yeah, what's wrong with Robert? I'd do him.
Okay.
Oh, bro, thank you.
Yeah.
I'd like to take a big poo on you.
Yeah.
Well, now that
there's the problem.
35 hobo power or better, my friend.
35. That's like zoom lens.
Robert, you can poo on me if you come into studio here with us shortly. would be...
Adam, I was going to plug something of yours, but you're kind of stagnant right now, aren't you?
Yeah, no, go ahead and plug something of mine. What do you got?
Plug of yours. Just who you are, bro.
Thanks.
You know?
What are you doing in Montreal?
Your essence.
He's not in Montreal.
Well, let's just pretend I am, because it makes me sound more mysterious.
Okay.
I'm doing a film called Gothica. It's a ghost story, and it stars Halle Berry.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool.
And what about, like, directing and doing that kind of stuff? You have anything coming up with that?
I have, actually, I'm producing something in the fall. I never thought I'd hear that phrase pass my lips, because, a producer actually has to almost have his act together. And the rest of the time, I have this bat phone and a pager that's connected to my testicles with a 9-volt battery, and I wait for Deb to text mail me.
Yeah, Deb, you got to come around on Robert.
Yeah, I'm the problem.
You have no idea. The truth is, I really talk a good game. The fact that she has not taken a hacksaw to me is testament to her.
How long were you guys together?
Come on, Drew.
Who's curious?
It's too soon. 92 to 96, it says here.
Correct.
Yeah. Now, but you guys were married in 92. You met before then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I thought it was still going on in 98. I just didn't know. I didn't see the epitaph.
Right. Well, the point is you've had your highs and your lows, and when I say highs, I mean high.
When you
literally.
say highs,
yeah. But you're both on the upside now. You're on the straight and narrow. Things are looking good for both of you. Maybe it's time for a reconciliation, or maybe the craziness drew you together in the first place, and that's all you had.
It was a lot more than that, but thank you for condescending to our path. You know what, though? It's so amazing. You're actually being optimistic.
Yeah.
Dude, what?
Me? Oh.
No, I like you and I like Deborah, and I'm just...
what are you getting at, bro? You want to do a three-way, a three-way...
I'd like to use her as a shield to get to you so you can cramp on me.
Dude, I don't even want to crap on you. I just want to lay a big water moccasin down on your carpet.
Oh, my God.
All
right, fair enough.
Dr. Drew?
Yeah, Robert.
You understand how, given, my...
Proclivities?
My proclivity, yeah, you understand this whole relationship thing. I mean, I'm still imagining that I'm somehow going to resolve it.
With Deborah?
Is that I can say her name? Say her name. Yeah.
Yeah, I think she's ripe for the picking myself. I've softened her up sufficiently.
Yeah, I do too. I wouldn't imagine I should run that by her boyfriend. They seem very happy.
Oh, no. I don't like the cut of that kid's jib.
God,
I haven't seen him, but I don't like him.
Nah, he's great. It's the truth.
All right. Well, listen, hey, Robert, we got to go to break.
Why?
Because we're at the end of the show.
Deborah.
What?
I'm very proud of you. Brave Like Me is definitely an album that everyone must buy. And believe me, I'm beyond biased. I got it in the car all the time. Everyone who hears it says, give me a copy immediately. I go, what, for free? They go, no, I'll pay. No, I won't. You'll get me one. She's your wife. I go, you got to pay.
cdbaby.com is where to get it. Robert, thanks for calling in. We appreciate it. And come in and see us in the flesh.
Okay, Deb, this is the best we've gotten along for a while, huh?
That's over.
She cracked a tooth grinding her jaw here. I didn't realize that's what it was.
I'll talk some sense into the girl, Robert.
All right.
All right, we'll talk to you soon. Thanks for calling in. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Here it is. Bottom line, it sucks being single today. Tons of lame people and no decent prospects. Call the Dateline. Call the Dateline. Call the Dateline.
1-877-889-DATE. LoveLine will be right back. So get your problems ready. LoveLine. With Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. 1105 Alternative. San Francisco.
Everybody, we're just saying bye. I want to thank Deborah Falconer for coming in here. Interesting person to talk to. And,
so you keep saying.
Brave Like Me naming the CD,
And
CDBaby.com.
it's inspired a whole new international system.
Well,
inspired.
I don't want to burst your bubble, but fart power was around before Deborah was, and will remain long after we're all gone.
A certain,
inspired her.
You brought it back into vogue. Yeah,
right.
Yeah, you were the voice, the model.
Yeah, so to speak.
So to speak.
All right. So until next time, this is Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo.
Yes, yeah. You gotta go say, you gotta click.
I know.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, you gotta click.
What?
Steve, here you go click.
You see how frustrating it is to talk to you?
This has been LoveLine. The opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the staff, management, sponsors, or this station. The producer for LoveLine is Ann Ingold. LoveLine is a presentation of Westwood One Entertainment.